Greeting, traveler.
No time for games.
The end is coming! Who am I?
Change your mind.
You require my assistance? Adingo!
Oh man. Oh man.
And also Battlegrounds. Wow. Well, I mean, we can. I'm sure we can. We have time to talk about it.
Yeah. Man, I remember the days when Quaz used to introduce his co-host and not just eat Pocky.
I'm good. I had a really good weekend, and yeah. So no complaints.
Well, it's funny because you just introduced Kellen. Would you like to hear a fun fact about Kel?
Sure.
Rumor is that once he had a positive season.
That happened.
So
there are stats to back it up.
I'm not even gonna lie. My entire intro are completely cut
Hey,
off because I forgot to unmute.
Wait a minute. I went 4-4, I think, didn't I?
Wait, Quaz, what'd you say?
The entire intro of me got cut off
Because you did. Oh my.
because I forgot to unmute on Streamlabs.
Dumbass.
Yep. Oh well.
Hold up, I'm looking right now. I think I went 4-4. Oh no, I went 3-5. Rip.
F.
I was gonna say, in what world would you go 4-4? And just against the people that you had to play against, but you somehow beat some of the people you had to play against.
Dude,
like
I
Mako?
beat 2 of the. I beat.
No, that's
Mako
what
and
I'm saying.
Man, like...
Like I'm saying, of the 4 seeds that you had to play against this season, the fact that your only wins come from like the 2 best 4 seeds.
It's because they underestimated me and the other guys didn't.
I mean, like, I don't blame them for overestimating you or underestimating you.
I don't either. I would.
Okay. Playoffs.
Whoops.
Oh yeah,
How
we have a
about
show to run.
Yes, that we do.
Yeah.
All right.
We just can't stand or sit around and bullshit all day.
I mean, have you ever watched Heart Center?
True.
Wow.
Quaz's.
All right.
Damn Quaz.
So shall we start from? I don't like. It's not even the bottom. Like, how do we want to? What matchup do we want to start with? Because there is 4 playoff matches that are. Some of them have.
So I just want to point out that one of my predictions from last week did come true, and
What
KGB
KGB? Yeah.
KGB made playoffs.
Yeah, Dad
Yeah,
Legend just couldn't quite hear it.
Yeah, that was such an insane playoff
It
race.
came down to
watch.
what Yellow Dart, Yellow Dart's match. If he won, I think they were in, and KGB wasn't.
Yeah. No, it was that, and then it was also down to because there was also no pros here was still in the running.
Not at that point, they weren't. By-
No, when it
By
when it
Friday,
came down to,
no pros here were statistically eliminated, or almost.
No, yeah, almost, but with it ended up coming down to I think.
Dad Legend and KGB, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but it was like it came down to the point where going into their final match, if Dad Legend and KGB both lost, then no pros here would have made it.
Really? That's how close it
Yeah.
was? Damn.
Yeah, just because NPH had the tiebreaker over both of them.
You know, we don't talk about like completely like new organizations coming into THL often. And when they do, very rarely do they make like a good playoff attempt.
Yeah,
But like
NPH
KGB
was-
or NPH, sorry, yeah, has put off like a really good attempt.
Yeah, no, because looking at standings right now, KGB ended up 4 points again above and no pros here. And if they wouldn't have won their last match, then that would have been minus at least 2 for not winning, and then they wouldn't have gotten the week win bonus. So that would have been at least minus 5 points, and that would have put NPH in the playoffs because they were only 4 behind.
Yeah, no, NPH did an awesome job.
Yeah,
They did better than I think any of us would have predicted at the beginning of the season. So
honestly,
I mean, it's always hard when you have a roster full of rookies.
yeah,
Right,
It's hard
yeah.
to.
It's always
You
hard to
don't-
judge. It's the meme 20th spot, right?
right, yeah. Well, I don't even know if 20th, but I mean, you definitely rank them like somewhere 15 to 20 probably, just
Yeah.
because you know literally nothing about them.
Well, also, I mean, I personally would not have put NPH 20th spot because there were only 14 teams.
Well, all right, listen.
All right, you're gonna get muted.
You know what we meant.
There we
You
go.
would typically rank a team like that in the bottom 3 or 4 most likely, just
Yeah.
because you have zero information on that team. You don't know any of the players. They have no history. I mean, unless obviously they're a player you know from somewhere else. Like, I mean, if some team comes in and has language hacker on it, I'm gonna be like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that team's probably not gonna be in the bottom 3. But
Is Language Hacker even good at Hero? Or last Hero Standing? I always thought that was a format he struggled with. That's why you never really saw him at like Dream Hats. Because a lot of
I
it was
don't-
last Hero.
I don't care what the format is. They have
Language hacker.
they have a pro player who has access to other people in the pro scene that can help prep and that sort of stuff. So
Mhm.
that's more so what I meant along that line.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Quaz, I can't believe you actually muted me.
I didn't actually mute you.
I watched stream. I saw you actually mute me. Don't even try to.
You
lie to
weren't
me.
even saying anything. It's fine.
Alright.
but but yeah. So all right, why don't you? Where do we want to start?
Should we just start top down on the bracket on stream?
Sure.
So
I
start
say
with-
bottom up.
Okay, start bottom up.
Sure.
Quaz has to be special. Say
No,
bottom.
bottoms up, boys. There's last Saloon.
Every time I open the stream, my Discord goes all funky, so I can't actually see the bracket.
It's so first matchup we're gonna talk about is
Asadu
versus Tap Blast.
You know, Asadu doing the things they have done this season is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they started off doing the very atypical Tan Pam style, where it's like you have a very solid like 1 and 5 seed positioning, but your middle
Yeah.
3 are just all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is it Tan Pam or Dad Legend usually does that?
Both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, they usually Dad Legend and Tan Pams usually stack the middle, like lower seeds, so like the 4-5,
Yeah.
and then their 2 and 3 are typically average PR or slightly under.
Yeah. But and then like 1 week you'll be the 2, 1 week you'll be the 4.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
I'm looking at this and I think it's gonna be a good matchup.
So from the top down, we got Snake versus the TC Gamer. In the 1. Sanguine versus Mad Eye MD in the 2. Did Mad Eye win last week? So last week he won. Then we got Shiny Pants versus Bass in the 3.
Yeah, he beat Blue Spartan.
Yep.
Medusas versus 8-Bit in the 4. And Silver T-Fox Demon versus Mr. Shads in the 5.
And it's also worth saying that without Mad Eye winning, they would not have made it into the playoffs.
Mad Eye pulled it out.
Yeah. Or wait, no. He just needed a point. That's right. He was the match that he just needed a point.
Yeah,
but
they
he
just
ended
needed
up
one game.
Yeah, actually decent win for him. He picked up a win over Blue Spartan.
That's a very impressive finalist. Finalist player, or from the finalist team actually from last season.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna lie, kind of surprised me that they didn't make playoffs.
ATL.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They were trying to remember, were they the ones that were in like a really good spot and they just died final week?
Final 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a rough last 2 weeks.
Well, if I remember correctly, they played Tap Last, which was the 3 seed team or 4 seed, as opposed to Tanpams, who played like the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Or 5th seed.
But this week, yeah, I don't.
So, do we have predictions? Yeah.
Like, I think I want to give the 1 and the 2 to Snake and Sanguine.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
That's fair. Yeah.
The 3, I really don't know. The 4 I'd give to 8-Bit. The 5 I'll give to Mr. Shad. So I think it comes down to that 3 seed match between Bass and Shiny Pants.
Yeah.
I think Silver T-Fox takes it.
Can pull it out over Shads.
Yep. I honestly, the way I see it going is, oh, sorry, that's a lie. If the games are scheduled earlier in the week, Asadu takes it. If they're scheduled later in the week, I think Tap Last takes it. I think this one entirely depends on when the schedule is made.
I'm really excited to hear your logic behind this one.
So
I'm confused.
Asadu is very skilled team.
Mm-hmm.
But as the week goes on, I don't know if it was just last week with like BlizzCon and stuff like that, but like there's a kind of a trend. It could just be because like Medusas and Silver T-Fox do tend to schedule later in the week.
Sure.
As the weeks go on, or as the week goes on, they have a really start week opening, but a really weak week ending. So like they're if you take it from like Friday, like before Friday matches and then after Friday matches, I genuinely think I believe they have gained more points pre-Friday than they have post-Friday. So and Tap Last on weekends has the most net positive points as opposed to Tap Last pre-weekend.
But that could entirely be based on which seeds are playing when too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I don't know. I don't. Honestly, I don't know if that makes a difference. I mean, last week it did because of BlizzCon, but
yeah.
I mean, it all depends too. Like, you're gonna feel better playing on a like most players will feel better playing on a Saturday or Sunday where it's their weekend, right?
Yeah.
So if you're playing someone at their peak as opposed to, hey, I'm coming in after work or after school and having to play, I've had like a couple hours of prep beforehand.
Right.
Against someone who just has a lot more natural skill.
Yeah.
You do tend to lose a little bit more as opposed to say you had time to prep. The pilot isn't as strong. Like,
I hear prep is for rogues, not pilots.
Yeah. I've also heard that.
I believe that is the wrong series.
It doesn't matter. The statement still stands.
That's fair.
But anyway, yeah, I think it comes down to
Yeah.
that 3 seed match. Whoever wins the 3 seed, I think wins the week.
I agree with you. Yeah, I could. Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think the one I wouldn't be insanely surprised to see TC pull off an upset. If we're gonna be honest,
If there's gonna be an upset, I think it would be Silver Fox over Mr. Shads, honestly. But
that's fair.
Is that technically an upset though with the or with the 30 PR difference?
yes, look at the records.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Shatz has played
5-2.
one less game.
Yeah, but it's still 5-2 versus 4-4. Even if he had played one more game and lost, it would still be 5-3 versus 4-4.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're both in the 5, and their PR is close enough that I don't think you base it off PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I agree that is going to come down to that 3 seed match.
All right. So
All right.
you say it's coin toss. Whoever wins the 3 will win the week.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give.
Who do you give the edge to?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
I will toss a coin for you guys if I need to.
I think Asa dude has the slight edge.
Yeah, like I think it's close. Like on paper, I give it to Base, but Shiny Pants has had a much better season.
Exactly. Yep, I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Then
I mean to be fair, Shiny Pants did beat me in one of their wins, so that's not that impressive.
Shiny Pants beat me too.
That's all right. So 2 free wins for Shiny Pants. So
Yeah. Yep. Actually, I think Shiny Pants beat me 3-2, so it was close, but
wow, you did better than I did. That makes me feel bad.
don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check.
Okay. All right, but anyways, yeah. So yeah, based on that, I'll give Shiny Pants the slight edge just because I like to give credit to a better season rather than just a better name.
that's
So
fair.
yeah, I'll give a Sawdude the slight edge.
All
Yeah,
right.
I agree. Shiny Pants did beat me 3-2.
Then we got Bees versus Tan Pam Surf Slam. The purple delegate Tan Pam Surf Slam always manages to every single season make playoffs.
Yeah,
I do not remember a season where Tan Pam has missed playoffs.
I agree.
Didn't they miss it 2 seasons ago?
Nope.
By like 2 points or something?
Not that I remember. However, um,
Yeah, I mean they're in playoffs a lot, so
Yeah.
yeah.
although I do think their dreams are going to be crushed.
Oh,
this
absolutely.
week. I think they are just.
They're outgunned at every seed.
I think they're outgunned in every seed except the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And maybe the 2. The 2 and the 3 are the only ones I see Tan Pam's picking up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd
Don't-
say Osmonaut has a chance in the 4.
If he
I
wasn't
mean,
playing Pond, I would agree with you.
I mean,
but
but
it is Clutchmanot though. Like
here's my only reasoning. He is 4-4 right now, right?
he's
He's 4-4 right now. He was 0-4 before all the new cards got introduced. But after the new cards got introduced and the meta changed, he is 4 now. It's hard to argue with numbers like that.
So what you're saying is ban Osmonaut Shaman.
I'd say ban Osmonaut.
That's a little aggressive there, Ted.
So my match this past week, I sent Quaz a screenshot because he's my captain for Legacy. My opponent didn't ban Shaman, and my opening hand was let me find it. Hang on. My opening hand was Quest, Desert Hair, Evolve, Quest and Explorer, and Coin.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, this is why you banned Shaman.
that's not
Except
nice.
like, didn't
That's
you
not
lose that game?
nice.
No, I won that game.
Did you? I thought.
Yeah, you don't lose that. Like,
I mean, you can when your opponent has Shaman with 3-4 with a mutate.
I banned his Shaman because I'm smart.
Yeah, that is smart.
No, but yeah. So, anyways, the 4 seed I think is a lot closer than it looks, just because Osmonaut's been on a tear since the meta change.
Yeah, could be. I still think Bees is
Oh, 100% Bees is
like
favored.
the clear favorite. So
But
like Ron Mexico takes the 1. I'll give the 2 to Dirty Mike. I'll give the 3 to Brushy Tuna. I'll give the 4 and 5 to Pawn and Copper Talon.
I think if Tampams wants to win, they're gonna need Osmonaut to get a W.
They need Osmonaut to get a win, and they also need
it's
the
Mike.
1, 2, or 5. Yeah.
I
'Cause
genuinely think it's Mike is more in this than what you guys think he is. So I'm actually leaning the other way. I'm gonna say it's 2-3 Tampams or 3-2 Tampams.
Wow. All right.
You know what? Oh man, I'm gonna piss a lot of people off, but I'm gonna go with you, Quaz. I'm gonna say Tampams actually slightly edges it out and gets the upset.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly possible. I just
I mean, it's playoffs. It's every game matters at this point.
Yeah, like I think going into this is a lot closer than it seems. It seems like on paper B should just steamroll them, but I think Tampams is 100% in this, and I'd even give them a slight edge, if we're gonna be honest.
I still
But
think Bees is favored, but
no, that's fair.
That is completely fair.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I think honestly, I think most of the matches, besides probably the one for Raw Mexico, I think besides that, most of the matches are pretty close to the coin.
Well, and so that's my logic was like so many of these matches are literally just a coin toss. It's playoff season.
Yeah,
Tampams likes to grow their beards.
true. I see what you're saying. I'm with you.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be, a good match either way.
It will be a good match. I hope to see as many of these games on stream as possible. Mostly because it's playoffs.
I'm sticking with my guns. I'm gonna say Bees takes it. So
Okay.
Oh, and well,
So we're
I'm
gonna
looking
Hmm?
I was just gonna say I'm looking at the group right now, and if you want to see one of these matches, aka Lefty versus Raw Mexico, tune into Friday Night Fights at 9 p.m. Eastern.
ooh, that's a good one.
This is a good
Yeah.
one.
We're gonna have that, and we're also gonna have Dusharma versus Shiny Pants in the Legacy series at 10. Just doing a shameless plug there.
That's fine. I think that's all we do on Saloon is just plug every other show.
You're not wrong.
Speaking of
Alright.
plugs, up next we've got what was last season, guys? What season number was
9.
last season? We got the
9.
season 9 champions
Oh my
in
God.
the cult versus the Minutemen.
We get it, Quaz. You won a championship.
You were on that team.
Yeah, but I'm not making a jackass out of myself.
This is why you guys brought me on.
Damn, this is gonna be a good one too. These seeds look super close.
You can't even
Watch your
say
mouth,
that.
Kel.
I know
Watch your
exactly what
mouth,
you're gonna
Kel.
say. Jim has been having a killer season.
That's not what he was gonna say.
Oh, absolutely. Jim's been having a killer season.
I have a feeling he's
Oh.
talking about the PR discrepancy in the 3.
No, actually, I wasn't even looking at that. I'm looking at records, not PR.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm saying record wise, like these teams are close.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This is exciting. That's like top to bottom. This is very exciting.
I think these are all fair matches, and that doesn't happen very often because usually you see like 1 or 2 seeds that are just kind of lopsided one way or the other. But
The 2 is lopsided.
maybe. I don't know, man. Smoked Salmon's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Itachi wants to be fed.
Yeah,
Itachi's going like this
man.
all day long.
Yeah,
We'll see, man. I don't know because Smoked Salmon's on a tear right now. So
yeah. All right. Well, man. Kel, would you like to do predictions first? Because you're the
Only
only one
unbiased.
that's unbiased.
sure. Damn, this is hard. I'm gonna give the 1 to Aviously. I'm gonna give the 2 to Smoked Salmon. I'm gonna give the 3 to Ted. I'm gonna give the 4 to Mr. Newt. And I think the winner is who wins out on the 5 seed between Super Murloc and Jim Flows.
I'm gonna go similar to yours. I'm gonna give the 1 to Aviously, 2 to Itachi, 3 to Ox, 4 to Newt, and I'm gonna say Murloc takes the 5 and wins it for us.
I think that's a fair assessment as well.
Yeah, like I find it very hard to bet against Itachi in the 2.
Obviously takes the 1. Dachi takes the 2. Liquid takes the 3.
Wow.
Shu has been killing it like the last 3 weeks, like since this meta change. Very similar story to Osmonauts. I think he takes the 4. And honestly, I will say Super Murloc takes the 5. I think it's a 4-1.
Damn. Quaz is confident in his boys, except for me, apparently.
It's
Wow.
it's the professional player Liquid Ox. It's hard to.
Man, Kelly, you know how bad it feels when your captain believes in everybody except for you?
Hey, I said you were gonna win.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You give me shit if I voted for you. You give me shit if I voted against you.
Now you're getting it.
I'm
That is true.
being a realist here.
That is true.
I'm gonna make you eat those words when I beat him.
Do it. Absolutely do it.
Yeah, no, I think those are all fair. But all right, so the last match is KGB versus the Notorious BIGs.
Can we just have a minute of silence for KGB?
What are you talking about?
What?
If Boozosaurus can win, KGB's fine.
I'm excited to see this Anvil versus 2-star Mako match. I'm not gonna lie.
That is a good one.
That I mean, we can just go top to bottom and they'll be good matches.
Yeah.
Well, except for one other match.
Lotus Knight versus Shinjim in the 1, Twos versus Donde. I want to see Twos versus Donde.
Honestly.
I don't know. I hear
Booz
that
versus
Dondi kid isn't that good.
Itachi, I'm sure, is who you heard that from.
It is indeed.
Yeah, Booze versus Jammies in the 3, 2-star Mako versus Ample, and Turd Herder versus Crackshot in the 5. I don't know, man. You say this is super heavily. Are you saying this is like heavily towards BIGs?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to disagree, but I think it's a lot closer than most people would give it credit for.
I mean, like, the only reason I'm saying that is you saw how just BIGs has dismantled everybody they faced this season.
They haven't though.
All right.
They got smacked up last week.
Okay. All right. Pause. Here's the thing. They had already clinched first place going into last week, or were like 1 or 2 points off from doing it. You can't tell me that when they're going into the week saying literally nothing we do will matter this week, that they're gonna put their 100% into it.
Oh, is that why Donde lost?
And I mean, I'm not saying for sure, but I'm saying I'm kind of not like I'm not personally counting last week against them, just because again they had no reason to be trying last week, so they might have been didn't spend much time prepping, spent time doing other stuff in their real lives.
World of Warcraft Classic.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're in a week where you go in and you say, all right, this week is not gonna matter for anything, why should I put effort into this?
So I'm gonna give the 1 and the 2 to KGB.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm gonna give the 4 and the 5 to Notorious BIGs.
Oh, I see what you're doing here.
And I'm telling you, it's coming down to Booze versus Jammies. I do think Jammies has the slight edge, but Booze absolutely can redeem himself and get the win for KGB.
Yeah, Jammies has the 1 PR edge.
Yes.
Booze also is on a 2-game win streak.
He is.
And Jammies is on a 2 loss, I think.
That is correct.
I'm gonna say Lotus takes the 1, Donde takes the 2, Jammies takes the 3, Amphil takes the 4, and Crackshot takes the 5.
Anvil takes the 4.
What?
Anvil takes the 4. Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you mean interesting? I mean, Amphil is like 7 and 1.
He's 7 and 1. It's kind of hard to argue against that.
I mean, he's also. You have to look up who's on the other side of that matchup though. He's playing 2-star Mako, who I'm pretty sure is
Yeah.
like a 2 seed, 2
Yeah,
or
I'd
1
Just
seed.
like to, I'd just like to point out Mako lost to me, so
That is pretty sad. Quaz, you also have to keep in mind this is a blue sombrero team in playoffs, so
oh, that's
Oh,
true.
so
That's
they'll
true.
go to semis and then they'll lose.
yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Actually, no. Last time a blue sombrero team was in playoffs, they went to the finals, and
BBYC,
then
yeah. That
it
was
was B-
BBYC, right?
it was BBYC, and then they had to play finals in Rise of Shadows meta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
With
that's right. It was, the finals happened like a week after.
happened the week of, I think. I don't think they gave them a week reprieve because like it was. I think that was a really short off season.
You're right.
I think it was like a 3-week turnaround or something like that.
Yeah, 2
And
or
they
3,
couldn't
something like that.
and they couldn't afford to give more of a turnaround.
Yep. But yeah, no, I think it comes down to that Booze versus Jammies match. So
See, I don't know. I think even without that, BIG's is
I think
fine.
hasn't Booze won like every playoff game he's been in?
I thought that was you.
Oh, I have 2.
No.
No, I haven't. Just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say Colt season 1. You
Yeah, I
won
got
season 1.
slapped up by Stardom. He swept me after I swept 8-bit.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at stats.
Yeah, but I don't know. I find it kind of hard to bet against BIGs, just considering what they've done this season.
All right. So I'm gonna say
Apparently Pond has won every playoff game he's played in. So good for him.
that is good. All right.
Damn.
Lotus Knight takes the 1. 2s takes the 2.
I guess
No,
it's
wait.
a good thing I said Pond was gonna win.
Jammies takes the 3. Mako takes the 4, and Crackshot takes the 5. So, but with that said,
Yeah.
I think Big's taking on points.
Wow. That's bold.
Really? So you think that KGB wins 3 matches, but Notorious B.I.G. still wins?
Mm-hmm.
That's bold.
Wow,
I
really
full-heartedly believe Crackshot can sweep Turd.
Sure.
I believe in every one of their losses, the Bigs are able to take 2 points. That's all you need to maximize every single point that you can get, and you can do that. Because it's 2 for if you get 2 wins and then the rest of your games you take 2 points, and you sweeps and stuff like that, like the math works out. It's happened like 3 times in playoffs now, where it goes 3-2, but the team who had 2 points or 2 wins moves forward. I actually believe Cal was on the receiving end of that 2 seasons ago.
I think that
Yep, I believe I was actually.
that happened with what's their faces in season 7 who won it? What was the team name? God, who won it
7,
season 7?
9,
It
8,
was
7.
Dreidel's team.
Bon Voyage.
Bon Voyage, yeah. I'm pretty sure in like their quarterfinals that happened
Yep.
to them.
Like I said, I think it's happened like every season. Because I think Tampams did it last season. No, they didn't. Tampams played
No.
pretty
I was
won
gonna
pretty
say,
handedly.
Somebody did it, but it wasn't Tanpams.
It was in the other conference that I don't remember. I think it was ATL actually who did it in quarterfinals.
Oh my god, I'm a terrible person. All right.
That's not new.
Oh no, just the conversation I'm having with Sage and DMs.
Oh boy.
With Sage the Great.
Yep. But yeah, so that looks like all the playoff matches. So there's a new card that was added to Standard today from the new set, which is Sathro. Is a 9-mana.
Does anyone have a
5/5.
picture?
I do.
Okay.
Would you like it?
Yes, because I'll pop it up on stream.
It would be nice if the stream all came prepared, but you know.
Yeah, it would be. You are indeed correct.
Let me know when it's all set. Actually, I have the stream up now, so
You're all good.
unless you forgot to turn off the delay, in which case, you know.
I don't have delay on because I haven't streamed up the match in like a month.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
by the way, if you're interested in having a match Sunday night, please reach out to us. Please, we're desperate.
So
Please.
Sathrovar. It is a 9-mana 5/5 neutral demon. Battle cry. Choose a friendly minion, add a copy of it to your hand, deck, and battlefield. Now, this will be standard legal in THL matches this week. Are there any decks that you see playing this?
What's the rogue? Enzoth rogue?
And
I think
Zoth,
I think N'Zoth Rogue is bad, but I think if your opponent has Rogue, it's tempo or aggro.
probably.
I'm curious if you can run this in something like
Control priest?
well, Control Priest, but you could also run it in like Malagos Druid to get extra Emperors or Floops or something, or Malagoses or something.
I mean, it also doesn't break the condition of duplicates.
Right. Malagese? Is it Malagese? I don't know.
Maligesis?
Yes. So it could be interesting in that. Because you could, there's a lot of stuff in Malagos Druid that you could double up on, like Geppetto, Mali, Emperor. So specifically, I think Emperor is like the best hit with this, right? Something like Emperor or N'Zoth, maybe Hakar, but probably
That-
not Hakar. Hakar's probably too
Does
slow.
Hakar make a comeback? I wonder.
Hakar's already seeing play.
Yeah, and Priest.
Priest and Paladin.
Paladin. Really?
Paladin.
I have not seen Hakar Paladin, but
What quest or Hakar? I was thinking Undertaker. My bad.
Undertaker?
The Undertaker. Battle cry gain 3 death rattles.
Oh, the Undertaker, not Undertaker.
Ted,
That
do you
sounds
remember
like
the
a
last time
card
I
deck.
launched Hearthstone?
I haven't seen that deck. But that sounds
It's
interesting.
it's the quest valley with and instead of just a whole bunch of different stuff, you run like a very targeted mech package that has the 7/7s or the 6 mana 2/2 death rattle, make a 7/7 mech, and then the
I
apes.
got you.
Yeah.
Kangor's Endless Army.
Kangor's Endless Armies, because and then you just keep duplicating the Undertaker, and you just
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of really good cards you could hit with this. The problem is that it
the stats
requires,
itself.
well, no, the problem is that it requires whatever you want to hit with this to stick for a turn.
Yeah.
And then also for like a lot of the time you want them to be impactful. Because a lot of times the cards that you'll want to run 2 of
Well, I was
are
thinking like if you stick a Ragnaros.
Yeah.
But then if you stuck a Ragnaros, you're probably already winning. So that doesn't, I don't know if that really applies. Same thing with Emperor. Like if you stick an Emperor, you're probably already winning.
Well, second Emperor turn 8 or later, right?
Yeah. Hang on. I gotta look up this card real quick. Is it 1 mana? It's 2 mana. I was thinking Immortal Prelate, the Paladin card that you shuffle into your deck and it keeps any enchantments. If it was 1 mana, you could buff it all to hell and then get like 4 extra copies of it. But Prelate is, oh, that's true. It's amazing, and yeah, I didn't even think about that. You could play it in Quest Druid. You play Coon, and then you play this, and you get 3 extra Coons. That's gross.
Oh,
As if,
don't
you know,
I don't like that very much.
as if them duplicating their entire hand with with like Elise and stuff too. Oh,
I don't.
because you can just
You have,
add.
That,
You have infinite life gain
don't-
with Coon.
Wait, what do you mean infinite? How are you like getting more?
Because
Yeah.
You
Kun.
duplicate your hand with Elise, then you play Kun, then you play Sathravar, then you floop to add more Sathrabars, and technically you could go infinite.
That seems a little too win more for my taste.
I mean, it does.
It's
but
literally how
technically,
Quest you just played now, though.
yeah, it's a lot of moving pieces, but technically it means that Quest Druid can literally go infinite on Kun and Sathravar, which is kind of gross. Like they don't even need another win condition because they're just playing Kun every turn.
Well, you're gaining 10 life every turn. You're putting
Right.
what is Kun?
And
8/7?
He's a 7/7. So you're playing a 7/7 and gaining 10 armor every turn.
And you can do that multiple times in a turn.
Right. That is nasty. Damn. Wow, I know what deck I'm building.
Does it involve battlegrounds?
No, I don't have access to Battlegrounds. Sadly, I sat in Dog Stream, or I had my computer on Dog Stream for like 6 hours today and didn't get a single drop. So rip me.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
Does it feels bad, man?
Yep. So it is what it is, right? But yeah, you guys could talk about Battlegrounds because you've been playing it. I mean, personally, um,
Your opinion's wrong. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, you're absolutely allowed to say that. Personally, I think that Battlegrounds is going to be cool for like a week, and then it's going to die off.
See, here's my thing. Like, I had the same opinion as you did, where it like didn't look very fun, but it's a lot more fun than it looks.
So the problem with Battlegrounds right now is that there are literally 4 comps that work, and one of them is bad. So there's mechs, beasts, demons, and murlocs. And murlocs are probably the worst of the 4.
Oh yeah, easily.
So how
Depends
long
how
is
many
it gonna
seers
take-
you can get.
How quickly are people going to get bored of a 4 comp auto battler? Like I don't know, man. I just don't. It's not even really an auto battler. Like
It's a Mass Hysteria sim.
yeah, essentially. Well, no, because it's not random. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but the minions attack from left
Left
to
to
right.
right, and they prioritize taunt. Yep,
They
well aware.
prioritize taunt, and I'm not sure if like charge actually does anything. I thought that maybe it would give priority and that minion would attack next because that would make sense. Like if you kill piloted sky golem and old Murkai pops out, like you would think that old Murkai should attack next because he has
Depending
charge.
on the positioning and the order,
Yeah.
if you kill him, like say if your one, or if your one kills their one and it was like a shredder, that the minion that pops out will actually take the next attack.
Oh,
So
interesting.
so
Okay.
it does go in order still.
Wait a minute. Can we enable drops? What? Broadcaster has not enabled in-game drops, but you have us listed as Hearthstone. So can we enable drops and I can sit in here and
I can't. Yell at Dondi.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
I actually asked him about that too, if we could enable drops.
And Dante said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, no, I just think it's gonna die off, especially if they don't
Sure.
add new stuff to it or balance it frequently, because like all the other auto battlers out there have fairly frequent balance patches, like every couple of weeks or at least once a month. If they don't do that, I think it's gonna just die off
I mean,
quickly.
well, like I'm hopeful they're gonna be making changes as they're calling this a beta.
Right, and that was my big question is they're calling this a beta, so does that mean next Tuesday when it goes into open beta they're actually going to change things?
I don't think they'll change anything for the first Wait, how? So is the open beta going to be until the expansion drops, or does anyone know?
I don't
I
know.
don't
We
think
don't know.
I don't think they've released that information.
I mean, like I would assume the open beta lasts until they say, hey, this is good to call a full game mode, not just a beta.
Probably.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
Because I think for the
yeah.
first quarter of however they initially think about it, will be on the current patch we're on right now, at the current rotation. But then they'll go into balance changes and stuff like that for like the next quarter or whatever, however long they decide.
I would hope they're gonna do like at least semi-frequent updates after it's out of beta. I would hope.
Well, that and is it getting its own dedicated team for it?
I would assume not.
Yeah, probably
Like
not.
within the Hearthstone creator or within the Hearthstone dev team, are they getting like their own dedicated team for it?
Actually, you know what? I don't know because Tavern Brawl got its own team, so
Did it?
it did, even though they recycle them every other week.
Yeah.
I think the Tavern Brawl team is like it's very small. I think it's like 1 or 2 people, but they do have people who specifically work on Tavern Brawl. By the way, we've got about roughly 10 minutes left, so if anybody has any specific questions in chat, start throwing them out. Lefty asks, y'all got any drops?
Yeah.
Y'all got any of them drops around here? We sure don't, Lefty, sorry.
Tag Donde and yell at him for him.
Yeah,
Just
please.
yeah.
Clip me
telling you that even.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, it's a lot of fun. You got to play it." And I understand that, like, but is it still going to be fun after you've been playing it a ton for a week?
I mean, Arhat's loving it.
The problem is, well, yeah, but it's been out for like 6
Yeah, but he played it at
hours.
BlizzCon.
Again, he probably played it at BlizzCon for like less than an hour. Like, I mean, you got to think, like, once you've dumped, say, 30 hours into this, is it still in? That's the question.
Yeah.
My personal opinion is that no, it won't be, but I could be very wrong.
Picking against the bees, really? Yes.
Hey, I did not pick against the bees. Just want to point that out.
I believe that playoffs is a time where you can get severely punished by how do I say this?
Prep.
Yeah, that you do get severely punished by lack of prep, and like natural skill does not get you through playoffs.
Yeah. Unless you have like Eddie on your team.
Even then, didn't Eddie's team lose to Bon Voyage?
I think they did, but I think Eddie himself won.
Yeah, just because you don't have a losing record now doesn't mean you won't have it in. Like, you won't lose. Like, you do have to remember that you are playing 5 individual best of 1, or like best of 3s.
Best of 5s.
Or best of 5s, yes. Thank you. But, and like, overall, it's a best of 1. If you have a bad week, if you woke up in the morning and your granola was slightly warmer than what you like it to be, and it sets your mood off for the entire day, that can affect how you're playing Hearthstone that night. Like, there is so many different variables that go into just a single match.
On top of that,
stress.
Yeah. On top of that, a lot of people save the spicy mind games for playoffs too.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people, especially if you're going into like last 2 weeks, and you're looking, hey, we're pretty good to make playoffs. I'm gonna save a pro lineup for once we hit there.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, I still think Bees wins that matchup, but
that's fair. But I mean, like, again, during normal season, you lose a match, your team's down, your team's getting slaughtered. You can say, all right, there's always next week. Meanwhile, if you go down 1-0, 2-0 in playoffs, you're going to start panicking. You're going to start saying, I need to win this match. Or
yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, it's immense pressure, especially when like it comes down to you. I've been in that position.
Yep, so have I, and I lost. Felt terrible.
I've been on both ends of it. Because in my rookie season, I had to beat Starden.
Well, you didn't have to beat him. We were still in it after you lost. No, we were still in it.
Were we?
Yeah, because
Blue Jay. But he had to like full sweep, but he got swept instead.
No, he didn't have to sweep. He just had to win.
Was it?
I can look it up right now.
Okay. and then I got swept. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it was. I'm pretty sure I had to win, or I had to
No,
get
no.
at least 1 or 2 points
No,
for it to be easier.
Going into Blue Jays match, it was tied 9-9.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking right now because I remember I played after you and I swept.
Oh
which tied
yes,
it up.
yeah, that's
I
right.
played after you, I swept, which tied it up, and then it was down to that final match.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that go into playoffs, right? So like, people save spicy mind games or specific decks for playoffs, like throughout the season. I've seen it. People, there's a lot more pressure, like you guys have been saying in the playoffs. um, so yeah, it's kind of a different beast. But that being said, I do think that having a team go into the playoffs where every single player has a positive record on the season is nuts. And I
Oh yeah, for
There's
sure.
3
betting
teams who have
and
that.
I think betting against those teams, unless they're playing each other, is also nuts.
Well, it's I don't think any team has everybody with a positive. It's everybody with either an even or a positive.
Yeah.
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 Yes,
Yeah,
you are indeed
yeah,
correct about that.
and there's 3 teams that are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that on the All-Star roster, all of Notorious BIGs, all of B's, and all of the Cult are the All-Star playoffs. Or All-Star
Very.
All-Star voting. There's a couple here and there that have like spots as well, but like for team-wise, when was the last time you had 3 full rosters in All-Star contention?
Also, speaking of All Stars, I love you all in the chat, so vote for me for TL4 or 3 seed All Star.
But yeah, no, that's oh, that's right. Yeah. Vote for All Stars. The links are in announcements.
Especially if
I will. I was gonna say I'll grab them now, but then you guys will get to see announcements. So if someone else can grab them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, something we didn't really get to talk on too much about it. What's you guys' thoughts, like personal thoughts on the cross conference week?
Like the final week. Yeah. I hated it.
I liked it. I just wish that my team had been in contention. It would have been a little more exciting, I think.
Like again, I've said this from the beginning, but my biggest issue is that you are punished for having a good season going into that week.
Why are you punished?
You're
Because
playing
you
a better team.
Yeah, you have to play.
So
a
if your position isn't locked, so that's where you saw like a lot of discrepancy of 2, 3, 4, 5s, where there's a lot of swapping around. Like Minutemen were, I think, like 1 spot out of playoffs. Remember correctly, they jumped all the way up to the 2.
Yeah, but all right. The reason I like the cross conference thing is because I think it's more representative of the skill, and I feel like it just adds more to the playoffs. Like the teams that made it absolutely earned it.
Yeah, but like my issue is like, especially if you look at Teal where it was cold and then we had 3 teams 3 points behind us. I don't think the teams who did worse than like if you do worse than a better team during the rest of the regular season, I don't think you should get rewarded by getting an easier opponent for that last match.
I mean, can you even say that it's necessarily an easy match? Because
when you have 3 teams with the exact same point score and that same like week score, or like overall score, and you have them going against like the difference of ATL and who was the second team, like second bottom team?
Wasn't it Tap Last at the time?
No, on teal or purple. Sorry, purple side.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, ATL has to play Tap last, and then, which is like very tough. Like both Tap last and ATL fought their hearts out. Tap last had definitely one of the harder schedules of those 3 tied teams, in my opinion.
Sure, but the whole season leads up to that. Like, you can say that, well, they had an easier week 8 and that's why they made playoffs. But no, they
I mean, when the
they
points,
fought all season for it. It's not just one week that determined whether they got into playoffs. They spent all season putting them into a position to be able to make playoffs.
yeah, but when you have like Taplas playing ATL and the team that gets in played monkeys in a tree, like, is that fair?
But that's not what happened.
It's not what happened. It was a very similar situation, though. I'm actually gonna pull this up because I'm curious about. Yeah, so exactly what happened. Ugly Mucklings 1-6-1. Play
But yet we're still in the
KGB.
playoffs race because they put up like double-digit points every week, even in their losses. I still don't think that necessarily means they're a bad team.
I mean, you're technically the second worst team in your division, is what I'm saying. Who play against KGB, who second worst team in the division, right? KGB gets in. Team No Pros here, who is above them. Dead Legend, who is above them. Get punished by having to play harder scheduled teams.
Yes. And then
I
KGB almost gets rewarded in a way for having a worse season up to that point.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I like the cross conference week, but I do see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I mean, like, I like it, but I feel like there's better ways to seed it rather than just one from teal plays one from purple.
Sure.
And like, say for example, going into that week when BIGs got smacked by Bees, say BIGs was a lot closer to everybody else. Say it was maybe only like a 3-point gap between first and third place. Now all of a sudden they have to play a team that's been dominating all season.
Well, that just shows the difference in the conferences, I would say. But sure.
But then also they shouldn't get punished for having a good season, is basically what I'm saying. I feel like there's just better ways to do the seeding in the future.
Sure.
I mean, the only way to really make it fair is cut to top 4. Like,
So basically just start playoffs.
Cut to top 4 and do cross conference playoffs. I like that idea.
Which is what we're doing already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, instead of having that awkward week, the only way to really do that week is say, all right, we're not doing the week. We're going right into playoffs with cross conference.
I mean, I don't know. You could theoretically do 1 versus 7, 2 versus 6.
Oh, no,
4
because
4 versus 4.
it's not like it's...
Then that would be like the same as the first week of playoffs.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Is what Quaz is saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, cut to an extended playoffs, right? Say, top
Also,
6
somebody
teams.
Somebody else had mentioned an idea where, like, you seed it the way Quaz just said, like 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5, whatever. But then instead of it becomes like the bottom
Gauntlet?
4. The bottom 4 teams, like the top 4 teams are in from each conference or whatever because they earn their playoff spot.
They get
And
a
the
bye
bottom
week,
4
yeah.
teams, but then the bottom 4 teams go into like a round robin single elim.
Yeah. Or you could even do just like eliminate the idea of cross conference playoffs. Still have that cross conference week where it's 1, 7, 2, 6, blah blah blah. And then you wouldn't still be having the same matchups if you just did conference based playoffs.
Wait, I know how we do this. Do the cross conference week the first week, where no
And then
one.
what, just have it random?
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen a lot of people complaining about us having the like random cross conference opponent this week, or this season, just because it does throw off strength of schedule by a lot.
Yeah, but are there any last minute questions from chat before we get out of here?
Now that we've had a large discussion of game theory and how to seed and
Yeah, no, hey man, I think it was a good conversation.
It was a very good conversation.
hey, trust me, I'm not doubting you. I love this kind of stuff. As you could probably
Yeah,
see
you're a
from-
nerd.
Wow, you're not wrong. As you could probably see if you looked at the Hero Series Discord channel at all over the past week.
Ron Mexico has a comment.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Ron. We certainly try.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if we had more discussions on the show like what we just had, it would probably be better for viewership too.
What
Honestly,
impromptu
we should-
discussion?
well, not necessarily impromptu discussion, but like an actual serious discussion. Stuff that's going on, not necessarily about how things run for Hero Series. So maybe we
Yeah.
should try to slot that in more towards the second half of the show or something.
Hmm.
I mean, we'll have a lot of time to talk over playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
absolutely. Yeah, well,
eh,
and that's true. Yeah, because we have more time. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if anyone wants to send us a topic message through Discord, if you want to be on the show next week, get your thoughts heard on this or on playoffs. We would love to hear from preferably playoff players, captains, but even like people who got eliminated who want to be on the show. Like seeing it from the outside perspective is always fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so anyways, if you have any interest in being at all on either next week or in the future, hit either myself, Kel, or Quaz up on Discord, and we will.
Or if you just have a topic you want us to talk about on stream,
True.
but you
Yeah.
can't necessarily make it into chat or whatever,
Yeah,
feel
do
free to
that.
shoot us a message ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys know about it. THL has a YouTube.
We do.
The following day, every single show goes onto the YouTube. Gracias,
It does.
Saku. Mm-hmm. Saku's
love
been
you,
doing.
Saku.
Yes, Saku is the legitimately greatest human being ever. The nicest guy in THL. There's no arguing it.
No.
With that said, I do believe it is time for us to have a good night.
I do believe it is.
Any last comments, Kel?
Nope, I am good.
All right. Night, guys.
I'm not even gonna ask me for last comments. I see how it is.
Said stuff.
No, I was just gonna say, vote for me for All Star.
All right. Have a good playoff week, guys.